Oh, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone is having a good second day of the week. Where is that volume slider? Oh well. It'll do. It'll have to do. Hope everyone's doing good though. Hope everyone is enjoying their week so far. Turn this one up as well. Why not have them both up? Why not be good and listen to two games at once? Hey Ashley, how are you doing? Hope your weekend was good. Hope you're doing well. Actually, no, I don't need the audio up for that. Yeah, still a little while before we reach 9,000 encounters, luckily. But yeah, getting there slowly but surely. And that's the problem. That is the problem. It's a shame, but not a lot I can do on it, unfortunately. Pray that it shines. That's really all I can do at this point. But no, it really does not want to shine. I mean, it sucks, but, you know, there's not a lot I can do about it. 10,700 though, it's too much, Elo. It really is. How are you doing? Hope your Tuesday is going well. Yeah, so it basically is a 2-to-1 for this, isn't it? I mean, that's fine. Ba-doom. Yeah, I do really need to get this other DS sorted. Yeah, it's going good. It's going good, Ashley. I'm glad it's been good. I'm glad it's been well. I'm hoping that tomorrow, I get an email about potentially me getting some English Destined Rival stuff. I'm hoping. I am on the email list, so annoyingly I won't know until early morning. If at all. I mean, I might miss out on it completely. If I spend any money on it as well, that's the main thing though, isn't it? Oh, and not that it matters for many people, but I am thinking of changing the member streams. I mean, I was originally thinking Wednesdays, but I think I'll plan on doing them Saturday evenings instead. Just because it means I can go a bit longer, you know. It just gives me the option to go a bit longer and do a bit more, well, just make it go a bit longer. That's the problem, Elo. It's the one problem I've got with the sets now, which is a really kind of nitpicky thing, right? Is that the sets are too good. Like, they're too good. And the problem with them being too good is that everyone wants to collect them. A lot of people want to collect them, whether it's a lot of people scalping or just more people into the hobby altogether. You can never truly know. But then again, you know, you can't really know for sure, unfortunately. But no, it is a shame. pre-order the ETB. Ah. Yeah, the Kyurem as well. That's insane. But yeah, I imagined you were going for the N and or Zoroa cards. So the fact that there's so many of them obviously is pretty good. But yeah, so member streams, I'm thinking I'm moving to Saturday now. I just need to decide what I'm gonna play. But yeah, it's really tough because obviously I couldn't get any on release, and I very much doubt I'm going to be able to get any for a really long time. Again, annoyingly, I think I'm just going to wait for the Korean set to drop. I mean, it's about a 2-month delay, but all the artwork is the same. So I'm like hopeful that that should be absolutely fine. I was going to say, watch it not work now.
I can feel it. I'll be shiny today.
There we go. I hope so. Lord knows I hope so. It would be the dream. Shiny Rowlet today. But gotta be realistic. Probably not, and then I'll just cry myself to sleep again. That's all it's been for the last, what, like 2-3 months, is just crying myself to sleep at night. Also, I think it's a bit ridiculous I've not had a female Tepig yet today. That is a real shame. Real shame. The good thing is that all of the natures is changing, which means even doing it this way means that it's, you know, working as intended. But yeah, I think, I don't know, it's really hard for me to convince myself that I should get more into collecting the English cards. That's what I'm struggling with at the minute. Again, unless I can get them like on pre-order or get them at MSRP, I'm not going to go out of my way to try and get stuff. I do think... see, I really don't know. I should have done it with Journeys, in all honesty. I bought a Journeys ETB and then opened it. And I think, man, I probably should have kept it. I really struggle with deciding what to do with that sort of stuff. Again, I feel like keeping one is okay. But, you know, I'd very much just prefer to... I'm an opener. That's the problem. Again, the problem I have, Hello, is that, again, I don't play the TCG. So for me, collecting English isn't as much of a concern as collecting the artwork. So, you know, in terms of the artwork, I'm better off going for the cheapest one for the artwork. So, and for me at this point in time, Korean is the one to do. Obviously, before 151, it was Japanese was what I went for, and then I was like, well, then obviously 151 went mental, and then it was like, no, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go Korean. I think. I mean, it's only been 6 months. I'm pretty sure I got the first Korean set in January. Hey Mercury, it's going good. I hope you've been good. Hope your weekend was good. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing very, very good. Keeping busy. Listening to music as usual. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Why not? New nickname. You listen to Bossa Nova now. Ooh. That sounds different. Hey, the first female Tepig. The first female Tepig. Bossa Nova is the precursor to funk and disco. Ooh. Ooh, that does sound interesting. I say, is that a relatively recent dive into that genre? Or is that something that you've been sitting on for a little while? Latin percussions with softer guitar. Ooh, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I've got yawns this evening, as per normal. Do I want Rowlet? Yeah, I think so. I think I've only done this, over 8,000 times. Oh, really? Oh, that is very interesting. That is very, very interesting. Actually, no, that button. I did press the correct button. Imagine if I get both of them shiny at the exact same time. That would be nice. Insanely unlikely. Incredibly low probability, but still. Would be cool. Oh no, that is cool, Mercury. It's cool that you've just discovered or just delving into that genre. It's cool to find new things. I imagine it definitely increased the types of music, or that will give you more music to listen to. Although I'm sure you don't necessarily need more music to listen to, but obviously it does. It does just give you another genre to sink your teeth into. That is very true. That is very true, Mercury. Very similar with the shiny hunting, you know. Half the battle, well, half the joy of it is looking for the shiny. You know, the other bit of joy from it is having a shiny, but you know, isn't the be all or end all, you know. We'll make do with it either way. Well, you know, I do feel like I will cry if I don't get the shiny Rowlet soon. It has just been so long. And luckily for me, I do know that I'm not stopping until I get it. So, be willing to sit in for another 8,000 resets of Rowlet. Even DJs have explored the process and history behind how disco formed. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I remember. I remember you telling me in the past that it was all Afro American. Stuff. I can't remember. Can't remember exactly. Stream until Rowlet is shiny. Unfortunately, Elo, I have work. I'd love to if I didn't have a job. That would have been. That would be a really good idea. Yeah, if I didn't have work, I wouldn't have that problem. Alright, Mercury, well thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you found a new genre of music. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon. Yeah, if I didn't have a job, or if I could stream full-time, Rowlet 24/7 would, well, you know, probably not stream end, because it would just be an absolutely impossible for me to do that, but, you know, just like 16 hours a day.
Next one will be it.
Oh, I hope so, Bird. God, it is a jump scare. That is a real jump scare. It's just 24 hour. Yeah, 24 hours every second of my life. Wouldn't be a very long life if I was doing it 24 hours, let's be honest. Definitely not. Also, welcome in, Gogita. Hope you're doing well. Your Tuesday is going well. Yeah, if I had the ability to, I probably would. I honestly still think I'm going to get Tepig before I get Rowlet. Yeah, 24/7. I like the idea of it. I just don't like the process of actively doing it. I honestly, I struggle with these streams. In terms of like time resetting. But yeah, 24/7. 24/7. While it would, in theory, be possible, I don't even know if I could manage like a 24-hour, just straight up Rowlet hunt. Just thinking about that, like it would only be. It's about 30 an hour. So someone who's good at maths would be 30 times 24. So it'd only be like 500 resets. Yeah, it's not quite that many. I think it's like 25 an hour. So it would be just insane. 720. See, that's not that many resets. Like in 24 hours, it's not a lot. To the point where it would just be poor. To me, I think it would be pointless doing it. I think it would be completely ridiculous. Right, 8,700. So yeah, 700 resets in 24 hours. I think it would just drive me insane. Problem is, Gogeta, I don't have any more hands. I'm
More screens and more birds are required. The bird demands it.
Oh wow, unfortunately, bird, my wallet cannot support more screens. It helps if I turn the DS back on. I can do OG DSs. I can't do unfortunately can't do 3DSs because they are pricey. Yeah, unlike the other ones where I kind of already have everything to do them, I don't have the stuff to do. I don't have stuff to do that. Well, Machamp, or the other option is Octillery and or no, I don't want to nickname it. I'm pressing B, aren't I? No. Fine. Just have the nickname AA. I'm gonna be really annoyed if this is the shiny. Okay, thank God it's not the shiny one. Or, yeah, so it was Tentacool. Couple of other ones. Damn, no shiny bird. Thank God that specific one wasn't shiny. Let's not nickname this one. Let's pay attention, actually. Damn, not a shiny female. But yeah, the one time I didn't want it to actually be shiny. What's the likelihood with that? No nickname. I mean, to be fair, Tepig is so under odds right now, I'm like not expecting to see it shiny, so I'm not worried. Rowlet, on the other hand, I would very much like it to hurry up and be shiny. Bird needed before pig. Damn. What's your main hunt, Elo? I'm gonna say, for me, obviously I've got lots of other hunts, but Tepig is the first. Same with Rowlet. Rowlet is the first. Ooh, Zorua. Ooh, that makes sense. I feel like I should have known that. I feel like that was an easy guess. I really like Emboar. I like shiny Emboar. I'm only half an hour in and I've done more yawning in this last half an hour than I've done all day. Sucks. Oh, you're talking about Pig Knight? I feel like most middle stage evolutions aren't amazing, but they're kind of like, when you see the final form, you can see where they're going. You played through almost all of Black and White 2 in German to get a Ditto to breed Zorua with. Ooh. You're gonna Masuda hunt it. Isn't that the only way to get it in that game? Can you random encounter Zorua? I don't think you can you? Yeah, it's been so long, I can't even remember. Obviously, I'm now like, well, you know, you can just outbreak hunt it, but that's not the same. You get one gift or what? Is that it? God damn. Not even like it's an encounterable Pokemon. Only in black and white too, you get ends or what? Oh, that is cool. Shame you can't shiny hunt it. Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. You know, I'm not saying that the middle stage evolutions are bad. But the way I look at it is you have to kind of understand that they are growing pain type things. You know, it's like, in essence, it's the awkward teenage phase, right? But yeah, it is, like I say, I like Monferno. If I'm, you know, if I'm going to say anything. Hello, Greg. How you doing? Hope your week is going well. Hope you're not finding any more shiny Pokemon in Mystery Dungeon. But no, I hope you're doing good, Greg. Hope your week is going good. But yeah.
Greg, come test the burb bot.
Yeah. Greg is the only other person who can use the bird bot. At this point in time. Well, no, technically that's not true, but Greg is the only one who can use the bird bot for free. Well, technically all members can, but you know. Greg is the only other person in chat currently, I believe, who can, unless Henry's lurking. That is true, yeah. I mean, given that it works, I mean, to be fair, luckily for us, no one who isn't a mod or member has tried it, so it could work for absolutely everyone, and I have no idea. Or it could also not. It also could work as intended, but again, I still have no idea.
Pete is a stinky and the shinies don't like him.
Yeah, it's true. And that the shinies don't like me, not that I am stinky. And I will say, you can change the voice, although I think the only ways of doing it is it being random. Which is ! say and then R after it. Unfortunately, the idea is no, Ashley. Just because I didn't want it to be just 24/7. But no one who isn't a member or a mod has tried it. Although I think obviously it worked for Greg and it works for Elo, so I believe it should also work for super chats. As well, just like regular TTS. But those are the only ones. I don't know enough about it if I can set up like just a whitelist and have it just be like set people. Oh, there we go. Indeed, it is working as intended, which is surprising because very, very seldomly does something I try ever actively work. Most of the time, stuff I do just doesn't work. Which, funnily enough, was most of the beginning of the stream yesterday. Was funny enough, this not working. No audio on anything, it was just horrible. But now it's all sorted and it's working, which means I don't have to touch it. And it should also thank members as well. I don't know how long we got until the refresh of people's memberships, but it, you know, I don't know exactly. Oh no, don't feel like you have to, Ashley, but I honestly don't know. That's the problem. I would say it just says it handles it for super chat events. It doesn't say it needs to be. Did I count that up? No, I didn't. It doesn't say it needs to have the command in. It say one word, and it does a random voice. At least, again, that's what it tells me. I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't know any of it. I kind of went in blind, which probably isn't the best way to do it. But then again, you know, figuring out is half the fun. And again, in theory, it should work on any size super chat, so it can literally just be a $1 or whatever. And in theory, it should work the same as if it was a $20 or, you know, $500 super chat. Or maybe it doesn't work. Every time I'm like, maybe it doesn't work. Let me check to see if I have that enabled. It should be enabled.
Say yippee yo yay shiny you shall get today.
Okay. Well, one, it doesn't look like it needs to have say in it, because it sounded to me like he said say. So there you go. It just didn't seem to like Elo's one, which is incredibly strange. Very, very strange. But also, Ashley, thank you very much for the super chat. Like memberships, never needed, but greatly appreciated. Yeah, I don't know why say art doesn't work. I mean, I can change the commands, but I also I don't mind keeping them standard because it will only confuse everyone if I then go and change it off stream to be like something else. Hey Muxio, how you doing? Muxiox, hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Hope your week is going well. No nickname.
Thank you for your generosity, Ashley.
See, Rowlet is super useful. It can thank everyone for me so I don't have to. Or is it just that the new mod is doing it? Well, that as well. That as well, hello. Unfortunately, Mux, it's only for members and or mods and or super chats. There's a list. I need a list so I know. It could also just be that the TTS system that it's currently using doesn't support that, which again might be more research needing to be done. No bird. But that's fine. I mean, say R doesn't really matter. It just does it into a random voice. Female. I do like the female Tepegs. I don't know what it is.
I say what I want when I want.
Yeah, that is true. I did also notice if you want it to pause in between what you're saying, you have to put an ellipses in. Is it ellipses? Is that the word that I'm thinking of? It's like the 3 full stops back to back. I know there is some stuff that can be done with some different TTSs where, you get other people, celebrity voices and things like that in there. I definitely don't think I want that, but I do know that is a thing. Oh, 2 females back to back. That is good. It's good omen. See if we can get more. More is always good. Still no Rowlet. And no nickname. Gotta stop with the nickname. Oh yeah, I can check Tepig now. I'm just like so out of it sometimes. So out of it. Don't get me wrong, I do like Lytton. And I do think by the time I'm looking... Oh no, wait, no, I can't do that. Oh man. Just thinking, I'm gonna... when I do Lytton, I was thinking, do I want to dual hunt for Lytton? But then it's still like situation. Ooh, Rowlet.
Pokemon fact of the day. Rotom backwards is motor.
Man, I did not put that together. I feel dumb for not noticing that. Because Ekans is obviously snake, Arbok is cobra, and those ones were like the kind of ones that everyone says. But it is literally, and then to go even deeper, I'm pretty sure all of the devices that it transforms into, the oven maybe not, and the refrigerator maybe not, but like the lawnmower, the fan, and the washing machine, all to a degree use motors. So it's like a real layered name. That I feel like is not necessarily useless information, but that's the kind of information that gets stuck in my brain and that is near impossible to get out. Yeah, muck doesn't count. Muck is just muck. Yeah, so this weekend, what am I doing this weekend? So Saturday will be the members stream because I'm swapping days. That will probably be more mystery dungeons. See, my only concern is I need to have a look at the Switch 2 compatible games. In theory, mystery dungeons should work fine on the Switch 2. Because I'm gonna have to transfer all my stuff over because again, I've seen the rumors that the Switch 2 can do Scarlet and Violet at 60 FPS. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if that is the case. If that is the case, I'm going to be over the moon. And it's going to be so cool to play the game and to fly around. But if not, then again, it's not the end of the world. But I'm hoping I have that on Thursday. But I probably won't get the chance to set it up until Saturday because it's going to take me a little while. Oh yeah, unfortunately, I don't know. To a degree, it's good because it keeps me sane, but funny enough, don't hear the music that you will hear. I hear other bits. I hear other stuff. This is just like a compilation of Pokemon music. Because originally I was using the Lo-Fi Girl stuff. Ooh, nice hello. Nothing wrong with the double. But the problem I ran into with that was stuff was starting to get copywritten. Not striked, not taken down, but it was like limited monetization on it. And I was like, really? And obviously they only have the license for that music for a set amount of time, and then after that it goes back to the domain holders, whatever. And then YouTube starts flagging it. So for like the past year and a half, I've just had my email spammed with music has been detected in video. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here you go. June 1st, impact on video not monetizing. So I turned it all off.
Another
anyway.
fun fact. If you walk on a route in the black and white games,
yes,
drums can be heard in the background music.
Unfortunately, I have seen that YouTube short. It's little details like that kind of make you think, did Game Freak fall out of love with making the Pokemon games, or is it just that the games now are so, they're much more complicated to the point where doing little details like that are much harder because it's all 3D now. I primarily think it's because it's 3D. More so than anything. To a degree, it kind of feels like the last time that a lot of love went into the games. Which feels bad to say because I'm sure every other game has, they put a lot of effort into it. But part of me feels like they're just on too much of a time crunch. And because it's a new workflow, again, they've been doing 2D for like a few years, and then they took the jump to 3D. Like in terms of like after this. I just feel like it was kind of, they could have maybe even gone to like 2.5D. Kind of like the Octopath Traveler kind of way before going straight into like the full 3D. Which I guess they did kind of, although, they should have kept it pixelated and not gone straight for the kind of anime style type things, Can't even go into houses. I know, how am I supposed to...
You can ground surf in Pokemon Black and White 2 in Pokestar Studios, but just on one tile.
Oh, really? Oh, goodness.
It's not a real Pokemon game unless you can invade an NPC's privacy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, unless you can raid people's houses. Is it even really a Pokemon game? Is it even a real Pokemon game? That is the dilemma, isn't it? Next to the billboards, really. Well, when I eventually get to that point in like 2 years' time, I'll bring it up again, and we'll see. I'll definitely want to have a look at it. God, I don't know what's more annoying. Part of me is like, do I really care? And another part of me is like, it's cool that it's doing so well. The best bit of content that's been put out on the channel, and it's been performing well for like the last 2-3 months, has been a YouTube short I made all the way back in 2023. and it sucks. But I, it's annoying. Well, I mean, again, Black and White 2 kind of taught you to not just enter homes randomly with the jump scare Cynthia. It's like, oh yeah, maybe just walking into homes randomly is not a good idea because you never know who could be behind the door. And in the case of Unova, it was Cynthia. Like, it was PTSD going into that fight the first time, because I really struggled with Cynthia on like my first few playthroughs. Arguably, I still do struggle to this day, mind you, but not as badly because I have a little bit more experience. But yeah, going into that house was just scary, very scary. Hey, Amfram. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Your weekend was good. Oh, you've been hunting for Giratina for a really long time, haven't you, Amfram? I think the friend Safari and X will probably shine first. That is true. Yeah, that is true. But most other homes aren't actively broken, though, Elo. That's the thing. Doodle-doo. Give me the decks and let's keep going. Oh, no, I won't hit 2.5k today, will I? No. Damn. I was thinking maybe I would, but unfortunately not. Oh, Monty's one just went through the other day. I was hoping to be able to test the rejoining situation. 75 hours. That's a decent amount of time, Evram. That is a good chunk of time. And just kind of go there and post game. You can rematch them every season. Yeah, I never did that. Again, younger me basically bought a new Pokemon game every single year, played the story, beat the champion, and then dropped the game. It should work, Greg, but the thing is that I don't know if there'll be any message or anything like that. Again, on my end, all I see for YouTube is enable. So it says enable to trigger TTS by new/renewed membership. YouTube partner required. And all it says is just thank user for the membership. But it also says gifting. It's weird. Because I don't know if you can put in a message in that. But apparently, I don't know. I'm really confused with all this YouTube member stuff. Also, 14 months. Has it really been 14 months?
Shout out to Greg for sticking here for 14 months.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Although he's probably not sticking around for very long. Apparently. But also, Greg, doing memberships is supposed to do something as well. So I wouldn't I wouldn't take that as God's gospel. Yeah, I don't know. It's all very confusing, and I haven't put any time into reading everything. Arguably, oh man, I mean, I'm not a cheapskate. I could gift to myself and do the testing. Oh, sorry, I'll do it. Oh, damn, Greg beat me to it. That is true, we didn't get the robot really to work yesterday, but he is functioning. Watch it now not work. You know, turns out there are easy ways to scam money out of people. Tell them something works when it obviously does not. Come on, Rowlet, wake up. I have the setting enabled. Well, either way, Greg, thank you very much for gifting the memberships. I do greatly appreciate it. Never needed, but greatly appreciated. Absolutely done with Giratina resets, but you need him, so still doing it. I'm the same with Rowlet. Don't you worry, Emfram. I'm exactly the same with Rowlet.
Greg is the real MVP here. Sending out 5 subs. Thank you for being cool like that.
See? Rowlet is super useful. Also, it's good for jump scaring me. If you ever think I'm not paying attention, it's just like, he's been quiet for a little while. That's all you gotta do, and it will probably scare me to the point where I'm panicking, going, where is that noise coming from? Which is very likely. Again, the only slight problem I have with this program is that it is paid for. Not the worst case, because obviously the person put a lot of work into it, so that's fine. And I do believe I get access to a load of other voice stuff, but if Rowlet bot won't let you do it, you'll force him to be nice. Yeah, force the Rowlet bot to be nice. I didn't count that up today. Probably Satan, Emfram. Probably you're Satan. Wait, do you have to... Wait, you have to put your hat in the ring for being gifted memberships? That's a bit ridiculous. That is very ridiculous. Oh, I mean, it also says it in chat as well. I didn't realize it said it in the stream chat, not the normal stream chat, the on-screen chat. Turns out I know nothing about this streaming stuff. So, you know, given that you all watch, you know, greatly appreciate it. Especially when there's so many other streamers you could be watching who are arguably probably better at streaming. I just sit here pressing a few buttons. Beep boop boop. That's my evenings. Beep bopping and booping.
Who's ready for another fun fact? 'Cause I am not.
Neither am I. Well, no, I am. I always find them interesting. Even if they do confuse me a bit. Okay, confuse me a lot. Okay, I'm just confused most of the time. Confused an awful large proportion of the time. Monty is exactly the same. Hello. Like, Monty will lurk. If Monty is like, the chat is busy, Monty will just not chat and will just lurk. I have no problem with that. But you know, sometimes I'm like, oh man, I wanna know how people are doing. And it's like, yeah, no, we just don't talk. I'm like, I understand it. Because I'm always a lurker. I don't type in any streams. But I'm always like, you know, come on, talk. I wanna know how you're doing. But I understand not everyone wants to, and that's fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can probably find stuff. Because obviously Pokemon Fusion is a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if there was already some artwork for that. Nice try, Greg. You cleaning the bathroom again? I mean, I don't even want to know how your bathroom got so messy if you're having to clean it multiple times.
Pete is my favorite streamer to clean the bathroom to.
I don't know what's more confusing. Thinking that Rowlet uses the bathroom or thinking that Rowlet cleans up after itself. Birds are notoriously known for not caring where they do their business. Most of the time it's on my bloody car. It's never like anywhere useful. It's always on my car. Makes it really hard to care very much. Yeah, I'm just really bad. Again, I'm also really bad just in. It says like the ideal pet. What, to shit on my car? God, I hope not. I hope that's not your idea of an ideal pet. But no, it's like I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, lurking streams. I don't spend a lot of time in streams, and when I do, I just like to listen to have them on. And to a degree, I find, or I like to think of myself as relatively, what's the word I'm thinking of? Socially awkward, socially anxious. Whereas like, if I very much don't talk a lot in Discord. I'm trying to get better with it, but again, I just don't talk a lot outside of the streams. It's not like I'm sitting there, you know, non-stop messaging people or things like that. I'm very bad with it. And even then, I also get situations where I'm like, I don't know how to respond to that, so then I just don't respond at all, and I just leave it.
So here is another fun fact. N
See if
does
we
have a
can handle
name,
this.
but it shows that Jetsis does not like him, as it's natural harmonia gropius.
Do you know, I was like, I'm seeing it move, but I'm not hearing it. My headphones unfortunately just went to sleep. So I didn't pick up if it managed to pronounce that fully, so I will read it, because damn headphones. Another fun fact, N does have a name. Ah. See, it's weird because he also identifies himself as N, not as his name. But then again, I guess he was bought from a young age, right? Bought from a young age. He was taken from a young age, I think. Again, Pokemon has been one of those franchises that kind of has always kind of gotten away with being a game, an E for everyone, right? But like the undertones in the story are very much always have been kind of dark. Or, you know, like Peggy 3 in the UK, I think, which is basically E for everyone. But obviously you kind of don't pick up on it much when you're a child. It's just like, yay, cute creatures, and yay, fighting with them, and yay, leveling up, and yay, making them cooler. And then when you get older, it's like, oh, actually, hey, Team Rocket are bad.
TBF, if I was called Natural Harmonia Gropius, I would use a nickname too.
I mean, yeah, that is true. That is true, yeah. But I mean, going all the way down to N does seem a bit much. Yeah, natural would, I think, would work better. Or although I guess I don't know. I don't know. It is rough to say. I'm gonna say it's definitely not for everyone in Fram. Been doing it for like two and a bit months. When did I start? April, May. Yeah, just over 2 months. I mean, I get on with it okay, but it still is, you know, an awful lot of work, as well as keeping up with the counters as well. I think I'm gonna force myself to do the quad hunting on Saturday. Yeah, very strange. Again, Pokemon lore in general, like outside of the games, is something I kind of do really want to get into. You know, like reading the manga and things like that. Just kind of really want to get into it, but just kind of never got around to it. I also fixed the transition as well. Or at least for now. So it'll be working properly today. Which is very strange because obviously I don't normally things don't work out how I want them to. I mean, N was kind of, I don't think I cared for him much. I was like, okay, he's kind of like, he's not amazing, but he's not the worst. And I think I just kind of breezed through the game without giving him too much of a second thought. And then obviously the end game stuff was where I was kind of like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And I think that was kind of as far as I got with it. I was like, yeah, I get that. That was it. I was like, okay, cool. And that was my experience with it. But yeah, I mean, it did make sense, you know, finding those rooms in, was it the original? Was it the remake? Was it 2? I think it was the original. It was very much like, oh, okay, so he's been like not abused, so to speak, but he's like not been in the best place for the entirety of the game. Don't worry, Gogeta. It will happen to me eventually. I know it will. It will happen to me as well, so you don't have to worry about that. You're not going to be the only one, don't you worry. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was, again, but, you know, it's kind of the undertones, you know? Like, how on earth did some of the stuff slip past PG rating? I think even Scarlet and Violet RE for everyone, right? Yeah. Yeah, the rating is E. So it's like, when you think about that, it's like Arven's parents were crushed and replaced with an AI, who then also sacrifices themselves anyway as well. So it's like he lost his parents twice. And then, you know, you also had the bullying and things like that. Alright, Gogeta. Well, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, definitely gonna get some sleep. Definitely sleep. Need sleep. I wish I could get more sleep. Yeah, the whole rating system for Pokemon games specifically is always kind of thrown me through a bit of a loop. Obviously, they say fantasy violence. I'm pretty sure they should say fantasy violence. But even then, it's still surprising kind of how deep you can get into it, right? And it's like, ooh, actually that is pretty insane. So it's just kind of surprising. I think what was it? There's rumors, was it ZA? One of the games was going to be rated slightly higher. And it was like the first time in history it's ever been rated so high. I think it was ZA, but I don't know exactly. Or it's possible that Gen 10 is going to be rated higher. I don't know, but either way, that's kind of mad to think about. You can say it sounds like the manga got away with being a bit more adult in nature. But no, I will say I am very much looking forward to playing Scarlet and Violet again due to the battle system. Okay. Man, I really don't know. I'm struggling now. I'm thinking, do I stream Mystery Dungeon on Friday, or do I stream Scarlet and Violet on the Switch too? I really don't know. I want to get more shiny. I want to get a shiny even in Mystery Dungeon. But I'm also like, it'd be so cool just to see what the game performs like now. With just better hardware. But it's interesting that it's like the battle system. I'm going to say, if they bring the battle system, because that's the one thing that's kind of annoyed me with the recent games, is that the battle system is still very different in mainline versus Legends. And I'm like, if ZA's battle system is very good, and they bring that over to the mainline games, it will be insane. Unfortunately, I don't think they will. I think mainline games are just going to stay as turn-based, which is a little bit of a letdown in my opinion. Got to cash in on that new release clout. Problem is, it's not even new release, is it? It's new update. They're still the same game, and I say it like I'm going to do anything interesting. I'm maybe going to do like 20 minutes of running around, and then I'm going to sit in the same spot and shiny hunt for shiny Magikarp. Like, that's going to be it. So it's like, I don't even know if I want to bother doing it for a regular stream or not. I could use the community tab. I keep forgetting that I have that. I could just post in that. I know for sure, though, that I don't want to restart the game, because I feel like I would just drive myself insane. Because it's going to take... Well, it might not take an hour and a half anymore, but it's going to take a really long time to get through the tutorial stuff, and I'd prefer just the ability to fly around. No, it's fine, actually. I mean, to a degree, that's what the stream is here for. It isn't necessarily here to have a conversation, but it is just, you know, the natural thing that happens. Due to the fact that there's not a lot going on gameplay-wise. Oh, and I think I'm going to be naughty, and I think I'm taking the Thursday, Friday that ZA comes out off from work. So then I can, I don't know. See, that's the problem. I want to play it. I want to play ZA when it comes out. I don't want to, like, leave it long for me to get spoiled. So I think I'm going to... see, the problem is, I'm like, do I... Oh, man.
Gasp, naughty, naughty boy.
I thought it was going to say gasp. The problem is it's not going to probably arrive until late on Thursday. And then... I don't know.
He's skipping work for a game, but cannot do that for me, Rowlet. My
That's
bird
true.
heart is broken.
It's true. I'm not doing it for Rowlet, but I am doing it for a whole new game that looks to have a really interesting battle system that I would love to play with. I mean, the problem is, right, is that I just don't want it to be spoiled for me, and I understand that there's probably a lot of people out there who don't want it to be spoiled for them either. So I'm like, do I stream it? Because it's gonna be like long, grueling streams because I'm gonna just want to play through the game. Just so then I can be like, yeah, I've done it. But I just don't want it to be like if people feel obligated to watch, you know. Oh, decisions. I mean, I've basically got until the beginning of September to decide anyway, so I've got a little while. It very much depends on what the family are doing this year for the holidays. I'm trying to save some... Well, I'm trying to wait and see, because we might be doing... I might be going on 2 holidays this year, which will be good. See, that's the thing, actually. That's my situation, is like probably the 2 weeks before, probably beginning of August, I'm gonna just stay off October. I'm very much just going to stay off of like the internet. Streams are going to be very heavily kind of like you say anything that might or might not be spoilers, doesn't matter if it is, or if you're just making it up, I will be banning you. Like, it won't be a case of, oh, timeout, slap on the wrist. You'll just be straight up banned. I don't mind discussions, but if it's like, you know, oh, have you seen this? This looks cool, you know. Or, oh, this happens, or, oh, that happens, or, oh, this is getting a mega, you know, it will just be a straight up ban. And I will make that clearer, you know, when the time is around. So it's like a, you know, it won't be like it's a case of, oh, I didn't know you didn't want that. You know, it's like, it will be very, very clear, stated from the get-go. But I very much want my time to play it to be blind. But I also kind of want my first reactions to it to be captured. But the problem is that everyone's going to be doing it. You know, all the PokeTubers are going to be on it. All the streamers are going to be on it, like, as release. So I'm like, do I do it? Or do I wait and see? Or do I just, like, record me doing it and release it? But then again, I feel like that's more effort on my part versus just sitting down and hitting stream. Last 2 endings for you have been spoiled and it hurt. Yeah, the problem is I waited so long on Scarlet and Violet because I went and did shiny hunting, so I kind of did that to myself. And annoyingly, I did exactly the same thing in Legends as well. And I had that spoiled for me because YouTube recommended just goes, here's something you might like. And I was like, what's this? And it was like the compilation of PokeTubers reacting to Phase 2 on the Giratina fight. And I was like, oh, okay. It's like, I would have liked to have seen that myself. But like, yeah, I beat it. It was super easy. Then, oh my god, what's going on? It's part of the reason, not so much that I don't want to finish Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but there was a bit in the story that I was like, okay, it'll be interesting to see what happens. And I had that spoiled for me, and then I was just like, oh, okay. I don't really want to play it now. Oh, I still have... I forgot. I still have Xenoblade, the newer released one. And I haven't played that yet. Yeah, see, that's the problem. I'm lucky in that the company I work for, I reckon I'm probably the only person who overly cares about Pokemon. So I don't have that problem. Again, not like I would ever like make it very clear to anyone that, oh yeah, I stream and, you know, I do stuff around Pokemon or on YouTube in general. Just because I feel like that's just a bad recipe for, it's just a recipe for disaster. Also kind of makes me think I could never complain about work or anything like that, because I'd be like, ooh, what if someone from work is watching and I'm just like, I hate it. Oh, it's so horrible. I don't like it. Oh, I'm thinking of quitting. You know, it's like, oh, you know, my boss saw that. He might be behaving differently around me and things like that. I just don't care enough. Again, not that I'm sitting here going, I would love to do this as a full-time gig, because I definitely wouldn't. I don't think I could keep sane doing streaming or content creation as a full-time thing. I do want to dive into it a little bit more. I think I've only just scratched the surface of it. And I feel like I'm just too afraid to dip my toes in. Or, no, sorry, I've put my feet into the ocean and I'm too scared to go any deeper, kind of thing, you know? You know when, well, I guess this is more of a UK thing. But you know when you go into the sea and it's like, or any kind of situation, and it's really cold. And you're like, I don't know if I want to go in fully. But then once you do it, you get used to it and it's a bit of a shock at first type thing, you know? I'm gonna try and do some stuff. I just need to, I don't know, it's like I need to find time, but I have the time. I just need to work on it a bit more, you know? Oh, that was 24. I think what I've decided I need to do is I just need to sit down and just plan some stuff. I feel like shorts is the way to go for seeing what does well. You know? I've definitely gotten more comfortable over the last 2 years. And I definitely think that shorts is probably the way to go in terms of like experimenting. And then if like a short does really well, then see if I can make it like a long form video. And see where we go with that.
Fun fact: Skitty and Wailord can breed, yet Nidokind and Nidoqueen cannot.
Yeah, I saw that recently. There was other comparisons I saw. It was like Gardevoir and someone else can, and it was like, yeah, Nidoking and Nidoqueen can't, but Nidoking and Nidorina female I think can. It's like, ooh, it's definitely a bit weird. Definitely a bit strange. Oh goodness, the yawns kicking in, something chronic. But yeah, again, if I do make a couple and they do half decently, maybe I will decide to dive in a bit more. But yeah, so my my Spiritomb short. Hold up, I want to see. Can I see? There's still high percentage of views from the US. On that,
Stay
which is
awake,
interesting.
Pete, or I will haunt your dreams.
You're haunting my dreams already, Rowlet. Whether I sleep or not is irrelevant. Actually, can Decidueye... I know Rowlet probably can't, but can Decidueye learn Nightmare? Is it a dark or a ghost type move? I can never remember. I know it's a move. Or is it psychic? Who learned it? Who did I get it hit by? I got hit by Hypno with it in Mystery Dungeon. Very confusing because I can never remember the actual useful information. Nightmare is ghost type, a Dream Eater is psychic. Okay. Okay, so then in theory, Decidueye can learn Nightmare? Which means in that essence, it would, in theory, be haunting my dreams. Do you know what I also realised? I don't understand acronyms. IIRC? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Information is really correct. Information is rarely correct. Or is it someone with a stutter being like, I really care? If I recall correctly. Ah, okay. I was close. You given me like 20 more minutes, I would have got there. I would have got there eventually. You didn't have to tell me. I would have gotten there eventually, I promise. I'm not just a... I was going to say a pretty face, but that's not true either. I'm not just a disemboweled voice on the internet. I has brain too. Oh yeah, and we got Smug Rowlet as well. Annoyingly, it's not amazing in that, is it? It's a bit small to be perfect. I might look at seeing if I can get it so it's just his headshot. Which, by the way, Greg, unfortunately, it did replace the Raid one. Raid disappeared for the sake of Smug Rowlet. Oh, 2 back-to-back females.
Wait, you're not a disembodied voice?
I am not, unfortunately, unlike you, Rowlet. There is someone behind the voice. Worth it. I thought that was another acronym. I'm thinking, oh god, what is that an acronym for now? It's fine. It was just a spelling mistake, not another acronym. I thought, I'm not going to be able to decipher this. I stand no chance. But it's fine, because it doesn't matter, because it's not an acronym. How much longer have we got? Let's get to 40 for the Rowlet. Why not?
Oh no. How will we raid all the people we never raid?
I mean, we don't raid anyone because there's hardly ever anyone on when I finish to raid. And again, I feel really socially anxious raiding like other people who I don't like know. It's like really bad. Also, unlike on Twitch, emotes are channel exclusive, so it would only really work if we got raided. So it's like
We just
silly.
send Smug Rowlet.
That's true. We could also just send Smug Rowlet. Funny enough, I was thinking of doing the thumbnail with Smug Rowlet. And then against my better judgment, I went, nah, we'll just keep it standard Rowlet. Maybe I will update it though and put Smug Rowlet on there. Yeah, it only really works. Again, the problem is YouTube gaming, which I think technically this falls under, is kind of now second nature to YouTube. And it feels like to get anywhere, the best way of doing the streams is on shorts. And I really dislike the short form factor for streams. But I also kind of am at the point where I'm like, I think it might need to be considered as much as I really don't want to consider it. That is true. He does kind of look like he is laughing, which is why I think I need it just a bit more expanded kind of on his face. But again, you know, there is a few creature comforts that do get removed if I was to do dual streaming. Sorry, dual streaming? If I was to swap over to shorts, which would be no chat on the screen. I'd probably try and keep the Rowlet going now with the TTS. But it would also mean like chat might be more active and it might be a bit more of an entire thing for me to keep up on. Also, it seems like from what I've seen, most of the more quote-unquote successful short streams are people with their face on it. And it's like half the screen is the game, the other half of the screen is someone's face. And obviously that is just not my preferred way of going about it. So I'm kind of like, I don't really want to do that. So I'm really confused. Also, I will just say, it's really annoying because not everyone wants to watch it in the shorts format. You know, if you just have the stream on in the background, sure, it doesn't matter. But if you're watching it on like a desktop or on if you're watching it on a desktop or on a TV, like the shorts format is just horrible for watching that on because of the resolution. Do you want to try that again, Greg, or are you going to leave it like that? I don't want to read it out if you're then going to delete it and post it again. Oh, the little Smug Rowlet? Yeah. Right, okay. No, that's fine. I mean, again, it's not so much that. It's that it's more a case of, to a degree, if I'm not streaming with a webcam or anything like that, I don't have to worry about how I look or what I wear or anything like that. Versus having a camera on, I kind of have to be more cautious about all that stuff. You know, I have to pay more attention to it all, and it just feels like it's more stressful than it's worth. So it's just really not worth it. Not worth the hassle, in my opinion. Different if, you know, I was planning on doing this full time or doing it for a living type thing, and I was like, yeah, it might be better, but it's like I don't ever plan on doing like a face reveal type thing, but it's like, you know, if I'm at an event and there just so happens to be a camera there, it's not like I'm going to make an effort to go out of my way to avoid it, you know, or you know, to be like, oh no, you can't film me. You know, if it happens, but it's not like, you know, you hit. Well, I've heard about, you know, a couple of like big successful YouTubers that are just voice only who get recognized by their voice. I don't think that's ever going to happen for me. So it's like I'm not worried about it happening. Instead, I'm just going to worry about shiny hunting. It won't make me a millionaire, it won't pay my bills, but it's something fun that I have tortured myself into thinking is fun. But I know Greg typically watches on TV. Seems like Elo also watches on TV. So having a shorts format stream just seems like silly in my opinion. I mean, having a strictly shorts one. Having one that it's like, see, because that was the other thing I did, was I was dual streaming at one point where I had a short and a non, you know, a short and a regular desktop stream. I think, yeah, one day you'll be around the UK and you'll just be like, oh, well, that voice sounds familiar. Yeah. You'll turn around and it will be me. In my full Pokemaniac getup. YouTube is now preventing me to do milestone chats. What on earth is that, Tyranitar? Either way, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Milestone chat? Very strange. Once a month special chat. Oh, you can only do that if you're gifted membership or continuing your membership. So if you were gifted a membership for a month, you can do it. If you don't continue it, then you don't get to do it. That is the only reason that you can do the milestone things. Yeah, it would be cool if it was everyone could do it once a month, but unfortunately that's not it. Oh, you mean on another channel? Oh goodness. I thought you meant here specifically. I was gonna say, I hope you haven't wasted $200 here. I was gonna say, I only opened Super Chats up Sunday. And say, if you've done it that quickly and you've gone through, I was like, I have not seen that come through. I was going to be like, I'm incredibly sorry if you have. And I haven't seen them, but... Oh, goodness. I mean, I don't know. I'll be honest. I really still don't understand how all the YouTube stuff works on their end of other things. I will say I am a little bit biased to the fact I don't mind. Oh, goodness, Tyranitar, that's a lot of money. I imagine that's over the course of a long time and not just like in one sitting. Greg so far has wasted a minimum, I was going to say £14, but it's a bit more than that because I know you've gifted a bunch of memberships. I think it's probably about 50, which is insane to me to think about. Actually, now that I'm like thinking about it, it is kind of insane. Yeah, it's very strange that YouTube isn't letting you do the chat highlights. Very strange. But unfortunately, I have no clue. Most of my knowledge is outdated Twitch knowledge. Where I'm like, I understand to a degree how, you know, the sub works over on Twitch, but I don't necessarily understand how it works over here on YouTube. And it's like a whole different architecture. Which is annoying because some of the stuff that I've found, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I'd like to implement that into the stream. And it's like, it's a Twitch thing only. And I'm like, damn it. Kind of why I was happy that this Rowlet stuff kind of worked on YouTube. It is mainly used on Twitch, but obviously they support kind of all the platforms. All right, well, we got one more Rowlet reset. We'll probably go 2 more Tepig resets, which will take us to 245. In case it wasn't clear, Tyranitar. Yes, still searching for them. Yeah, could you imagine if I'd actually got them like 6 hours ago, but I'm still here, searching for them? Yeah, no, unfortunately not. No, unfortunately I am still searching for them. Unfortunately, though, this is the last reset for Rowlet today, and I'll be back Thursday to do more. And then Friday, I don't know what I'm doing Friday yet. We'll see come Friday. Again, it might be that I look at tweaking the schedule again sometime here in the near future. I don't know. Which they have a strange bit gambling stuff too. Yeah, very strange. Yeah, they have bits, which is the form of donations. They have channel points, which is like a way of rewarding people who watch the streams. And they can do stuff with them. Yeah, it's a bit mad. But obviously taxes all come out from all of that. I mean, it does from YouTube as well, but still. Wasted more than $5,000 in one lifetime's worth of games and consoles. Lost.
Next one will be it.
That definitely sucks. I hope so, Elo. I hope so. Well, wait, do you mean next one as in the first one tomorrow, or do you mean next one as in this one? The first one on Thursday, sorry. That's the problem. Right, no shiny Tepig today, but that is fine. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to sell any of my consoles unless I really need the money. I'm a sucker for just collecting, which is the problem. The one after this, yeah, I was thinking that might be the case. Oh, right. Part of me is like, do I just want to close my eyes and just not look? Or do we just leave it here on the cliffhanger? Part of me is like, do we just leave it here on a cliffhanger? But we can't now because Monty's here. I really don't want to end it on an odd number, but... damn you, Monty. Alright, we'll go for a couple more. In for a penny, in for a pound. So how are you doing, Monty? I hope your week is going well. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you're not working too hard.
Oh no, he should have not reset.
Too late. Too late. I have reset now. Well, I'm glad you're alright, Monty. Now the yawns are really going to kick in. I wanted to try and squeeze a little workout in this evening, but maybe I'm just going to pass out and go to sleep. Maybe try it in the morning. Three and a half game consoles. 2 handheld Switch. Or is that 35? Oh, 3.5. 2 handhelds, Switch, PS4, Game Boy Color, and the Switch OLED doesn't have a working screen. Oh. Yeah, I have too many consoles to count, he says. I mean, I have a lot of consoles. Not the most here, though. Elo, I think, has more than me. But that is more due to the nature of work than anything. Which reminds me, I do need to try and go out and see if I can get a copy of Ruby or Sapphire this weekend. I know there's a local game shop that I might have to go to.
Have a good rest of your night or day, everyone.
Oh, are you off then, Elo? Well, thank you very much for stopping by. Greatly appreciate you hanging out. And seeing you as always. Yeah, you may still have more in general. Yeah, I'm gonna say I only have, I mean, on my shelf 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 1, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh, yeah, not quite yet, but we're going to go for a little bit longer. I'm going to go to 45 for Rowlet. 2.5 Game Boy Color is Game Boy Color games, and the 0.5 is damage. But yeah, definitely a lot of consoles. Definitely a case of I should never have been allowed adult money. But then I also have another one coming as well on Thursday. So, 26. Which means I do need to change the setup. Do you know I've never actually transferred over the data from the Switch yet? So that's going to be an interesting situation. It's going to be an interesting thing to do for the first time. I was thinking I will swap the scenes over when I'm done doing Tepig today, but the problem is that the every other setup doesn't have Rowlet properly on it yet, so unfortunately I can't do that. We'll put black 2 on the logo screen, I think. Ooh, is it Gale of Darkness? Ooh, I could maybe do Jirachi. Can you find it shiny in Gale of Darkness? I mean, I own the copy of the game now, so I could always look at maybe trying to transfer it up. Ooh, that might be a future hunt for me to drive myself insane on. Okay, no shiny Tepig today. That is a shame. We'll go and put you in the menu, because then at least you're doing some cool stuff. Oh, does it need a bonus diet? Does it need bonus stuff? Oh. You forgot to put your tea bag in your tea before you put the milk in. Oh, Greg. At this point, can you even call yourself British? He says as someone who doesn't drink tea. How could you, Greg? How could you? You had one job. You messed that up. No, I think tomorrow I'm going to try and fix my GameCubes. Get the last 2 of those properly working. And then go from there. So we broke a copy of Yellow here, and we did somehow kill the Japanese Sapphire while changing batteries. Oh no! Oh, that sucks, Elo. I changed one battery recently, well, relatively recently, on a Heart Gold. Luckily, I didn't break it. Sorry, on Gold even. But, yeah. Book and Tea is super uncommon here, but it's nice in chai. Yeah, see, though, that's the thing, is that I very much don't drink tea. I drink coffee more than I drink tea, but I only drink, like, 1 cup of coffee a day. Maybe 2 at a push. Like, I'm very, very nonchalant about it. I spent $60 on a used Emerald, and it's now worth $250 in box. Damn, that's insane, Taranta. So not everything loses you money. But unfortunately, some stuff does. I mean, again, I've still got my original Platinum in its game case. I can probably sell that for a chunk of change now. Will I? Definitely not. One of the things the game's sold here is a huge loss since no one wants to buy old games. Yeah, see, there's a problem. It's very much market conditions, right? Very much. Right, since I'm not doing anything with the other hand at the minute, I'm gonna sort out the vertical stream. I choose Rowlet. Who could have seen that one coming? Oh, right. Everyone. Right. They're definitely the last one now. Definitely the last one. Yeah, it's like not every game is worth it. Not every game goes insane in the market. It is, unfortunately, very much a case of you've got to be lucky with it, which sucks. Oh, no idea, Tyranitar. 3 to 4 teas a day. That's not bad though, Greg. I mean, in our household, probably go through that many by the morning. It's decaf, mind you, so it's not as bad, but probably there'll be 3 or 4 of an evening. Like, we'll have one at 6-ish after dinner. There'll be another one maybe at 8, and there'll be another one at like 9, half 9 sometimes. And then that's just like, and then there's one at lunch, one at breakfast, a few in between. Like it's a good amount. It's a good amount of tea that gets drunk in this house. Again, pun intended, it's not my cup of tea. So I just drink coffee. And even then, that's very rare. Well, that's once an evening type thing. There we go. Last Rowlet. Last Rowlet, and then I'm going to go and pass out for the evening. So let's see if shiny today or not. Nope. No shiny bird today. Okay. I'm not planning on a stream tomorrow. However, if I'm not doing a lot, which I think I will be doing a lot because I want to try and get the GameCubes sorted, then probably be back on...
Good night, all.
Probably be back on Thursday with this again.
Tune in next time, same Pete time, same Pete channel.
Same Pete time, same Pete channel. That is definitely not something that's going to stick. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesdays. Have a good Wednesday, and I will see you all Thursday.
Happy Pride Month.
Yeah, happy Pride Month, Rowlet. We're going to go before he says any more, controversial stuff. All right, everyone, have a good one. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.